Hi guys,
Joe
welcome
Meter.
to the Talking Point. It is me, George Baker Harris, and my co-host, as usual.
Nathan Leake.
Apologies there, I didn't actually tell Nathan we were recording, so my bad. Completely jumped the gun there. Quick apology for last episode. We've literally just finished recording it due to other circumstances. We haven't been able to record this week. Something happened. One of us, or we both lagged out. Nathan froze.
Technical issues.
He come back, I wasn't there, and it just kicked us both out. We think we're rendering it as we speak, or I think I'm rendering it as we speak. Not too sure. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy that video. I hope you did hit like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Still at 124 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. I've only been doing it a month. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, moving on to our preview. Nathan, our first game is actually being played right now as we record on a Friday night.
And it's not gone the way we're expecting.
We both thought Villa were going to win. I actually have them on my accumulator to win, so fuck you, Villa. You've cost me £6,000. I will be emailing them on Monday for that reimbursement of £1.
Dear Aston Villa.
I want my £1 free bet back, please. Yeah. Villa are 3-0 down to a Patrick Bamford hat-trick. Nathan, you want to say
I don't know what's more shocking there. I don't know what's more shocking there. The fact they're losing 3-0, the fact that Patrick Bamford's got a hat-trick. What the fuck is going on in 2020?
Didn't you say something about him the other week?
Yeah, I said he was shit.
And he's
he must be watching this and fucking proving me wrong.
Yeah, like that twat.
Although
on
it's
YouTube.
not just me. It's not just me that thinks he's crap.
No, he's the
Alfred
majority.
from HITC Sevens thinks he's crap as well. So, yeah, that's a massive middle finger up to both of us.
Yeah. I haven't seen the game. Don't have it on in the background like I normally do. So can't tell you much about it. Just look at the stats quickly.
Yeah, Leeds are peppering them.
Yeah, looks it.
Peppering them like a nice steak.
So we'll swiftly move on from that because we don't really... Normally we get into who we think is going to affect the game and everything, but hey, I reckon it might be Bamford that affects the game.
That's clearly done now.
I have a...
I don't know. He's not looking that good lately.
Can you imagine if we finish recording and Villa have won? We'll be like, oh yeah.
Imagine if he scores a hat-trick.
Of own goals. 4 own goals from Bamford. Moving swiftly on into Saturday morning, we have West Ham are at home to Manchester City. Nathan, how do you see that one going?
Oh, it's actually a lot harder to predict now.
We both sat here last week and predicted you to smash West Ham after you just routed Manchester United. Not just after you'd had an international break, but you'd routed Man United very convincingly. Like, wasn't a lucky win. And you should have routed Tottenham. You should have routed Tottenham. You should have routed West Ham. Do you think City will pull the trigger? Because they didn't look amazing against Arsenal, did they? They got past, and that's the main thing. But do you think West Ham have got a little bit of fight in them, especially against the big teams?
I think it'll be more of the same, where Man City just have enough to win. But West Ham are going to go down fighting.
You think? Go down with their hammers?
Yeah, they seem to have a lot more resilience now because they have a lot more resilience now than they did last season. So our prediction of them going down, that's gone out the window completely.
Oh, it's still early. I predicted Man United to finish third, and I've definitely changed my prediction now. I know exactly where we're going to finish now.
Fourth or fifth?
First. Sancho's coming in January. He's currently just sitting in Manchester Airport. He's got stuck at the E-gates because his passport's not working properly. Needs an updated photo. And he's just waiting in Border Force to check in, really. Be with us in January, like Diallo.
Are you sure he's not doing... Have you ever seen that film Terminal?
Yeah.
With Tom Hanks in it? Maybe that's what Sancho's doing now.
Maybe. Oh, mate, if he comes in January, that's it. I'll tell you what, I do have... actually, I'll save it. No, I'll save it for the Man United game. I had a bit of news for you, Nathan, but I'll save it for the Man United game because it's about Man United. Do you know what, right? I just said City were going to smash West Ham. Do you think we're going to see a lot of Pep, instead of winning 5-6-0 every game, winning 1-2-0 and really scraping out them results?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's
I think we'll be seeing that, and then all of a sudden maybe, like I said in the previous pod, not having a pre-season is probably costing teams. Obviously, Man City haven't, Man United haven't, Fulham haven't really because they were playing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah, I think.
Do you think it comes down to which team has more naturally fit players still at this season, or do you think there's no excuse now and you've had? I do apologise. I don't know if I recorded. I don't know what happened there. Do you think? Obviously, at the start of the season, we were saying the more likes of McTominay and Lingard and the more naturally fit players who don't really need a preseason. You know, the ones that look amazing in preseason. Now, do you think it's still a case of naturally fit players, or do you think it is? There's no excuse. You've had a Champions League game, you've had internationals, Premier League games, Carabao Cups. You've had more than enough training time. Do you think they should all be up to?
No, fitness is an issue.
You think
fitness is an issue? Yeah, because players are used to having 6 weeks of pre-season.
Yeah, and they get a longer rest as well.
Maybe had a week, 2 weeks. Yeah, they've maybe had a week, 2 weeks to prepare for the season, so they're still just trying to find their fitness.
Yeah, so, that's fair enough. So, but we're going for a Man City win,
but like a 1-0 or a 2-1. West Ham will give them a tough time.
You watch Aguero get 10 goals. We're not very good at predicting, are we? Whatever we say, just the opposite happens.
Well, we're hit and miss, I think.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting. Don't worry, guys. One episode this season, we will get all of the results right.
Yeah, I'm not banking on it.
Yeah, right. Neither am I.
Fulham versus Crystal Palace.
I can only see it going one way.
Palace. I think. Crystal Palace.
I don't think Palace are going to rout them because I think Palace was so poor against Brighton, and I think they might bounce back from it.
Yes.
But if they turn up against Fulham like that again, and Fulham can get some sort of midfield battle going and some service up to Mitrovic, I think it could quite easily go anyway.
Actually, I'm going to change my mind. It's going to be a draw.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe a 1-1 or something. I don't think it's going to be goalless. I think Zaha will score.
It'll be Zaha and Mitrovic, I think.
Yeah, I can see it being a draw. I don't know that we say it was a point for Fulham, but a point goes a long way when you've just come up in the Premier League. Especially to a likes of Sheffield United. Like, I get they're not playing great, but you've still got to earn that point. Which is very different to what I just said 5 minutes ago in the other podcast. But yeah, I don't know. I think it all depends on that midfield, really. I think it's going to be won or lost in there because that's where the service is going to come from. So I think we'll see. But yeah, I will agree with you. 1-1, 2-2 kind of thing. Don't think we'll see a 0-0.
Yeah. Next game.
Yeah.
Near and dear to your heart.
It's well, not that near. I live near London. We live near London, don't we? Not Manchester.
I could have been talking about Chelsea.
Manchester United versus Chelsea. Biggest game of the weekend. Normally,
United
the PE
win,
teacher, he normally gets the better over Frank, doesn't he? I think United are going to win.
Although, which one's the PE teacher now?
Neither of them. They've both got tactics, as Ollie has proven this week against PSG. And I will touch on the PSG game again because we can a bit now, because I didn't really want to say it too much in last episode.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, you watched it, didn't you? I think when Pogba come on, proved he had tactics because he went from the 5 at the back and he took Tellez off and went to the 4 at the back with a diamond, didn't he? Like, it proved he's got tactics. And when Pogba come on, they couldn't even get out of their own half.
Dictating the play.
And I think we'll bring it back to fitness. I just don't think Paul Pogba looks fit because we all know he is a world-class player on his day, regardless of the performance issues and XYZ. He is a world-class player. He turned up against Chelsea last time, and I think he will again tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be a 4-0 like last season. I was saying that it could have been 4-1 against PSG if we'd taken our chances. I think if Chelsea's defence performs the way it performed, and they didn't play well against Sevilla, and they were very lucky. I don't know. I think United are going to win 3-0. I say not 4-0.
I think 3-1.
Yeah,
I think 3-1. I think there's still a goal in it for Chelsea, but I think United will have just enough firepower to.
We'll see how it goes because PSG didn't score a goal. did they? And then I know De Gea was on top
And
form.
an interesting thing that happened this week, Petr Cech, he's back in the Chelsea
Mate,
setup
if he plays in goal for
as
Chelsea,
an emergency
if
goalkeeper.
he plays at Old Trafford tomorrow, Chelsea win. Chelsea will win. I just see it. He won't play. Mendy will play because he's fit. But I think that just really shows how far Kepa has fallen down, doesn't it?
Yeah, that they've had to bring out Petr Cech from retirement,
Yeah.
who's been playing ice hockey for the last year or
Did
so.
you see some of the training videos Chelsea put up? He's looked pretty good. He's looked quite sharp. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
To
To be fair, he has been playing ice hockey, so
yeah, give it that.
and he's been a goalkeeper in ice hockey, so he's still going to keep that sharpness.
Yeah, I think the one thing that must happen against Chelsea, regardless of the formation or who plays up front, because apparently Cavani's going to play up front. The rumours are. Very credible sources have come out and said he's going to start. I'd like to see him on the bench. Don't think he's quite there yet. Palestri won't be involved. He was started tonight for the under-23s. I think the one thing that has to happen is Maguire does not come back into the team. And Tuanzebe starts.
No.
I think he played incredible against PSG. We all know he's got that talent. Did it for Villa. Did it last season for us before he got injured. I think he must start,
Yeah,
especially
it was
against
just that
Werner.
injury.
Like, you know when Mbappe skinned him, but he used his pace to catch up to him?
Yeah.
If that was Maguire there, that was a goal. Or De Gea, a brilliant save. I think Werner's the same type of player, isn't he? He'll knock it past and he'll skin you.
Yeah. Maybe not as quick as Mbappe, but
he's got it in his locker, isn't he? Yeah. So I think Tuanzebe has to start, regardless of the rest of the team. And Bruno has to be captain. I think he's a better captain. I don't think Maguire's a captain. He wasn't even captain at Leicester, let alone Man United.
He seems Bruno, a little too meek.
Bruno reminds me of that Roy Keane, of he will give it and he'll inspire a team. So I think them two things must happen. But my little bit of news before we move on is I've ordered my Man United shirt. All right. Got the zebra one.
Who are you getting on the back?
Rashford.
Oh, he didn't go for Sancho? Too soon?
Fuck you. But yeah, I got the zebra kit. I got the one we played in on Tuesday night. I'm gonna look.
Is it a lucky zebra?
Yeah, mate. I'm gonna be roaming the Sahara in the summer with my Premier League trophy with Ollie. Saying fuck you lions, and fuck you rhinos. I'm the man now. Africa
Keep telling yourself.
is mine. Sounds very weird. Yeah, we'll move swiftly on. Yeah. Liverpool, Sheffield United. If I keep making puns like this, you're going to have to get a new co-host. Not going to lie, Nathan. Liverpool, Sheffield United. I see this. I don't know, because I watched Liverpool Ajax, and Ajax could have got a result. I just think Fabinho was sensational in centre-back.
Yeah. Maybe they fixed their centre-back problems with that.
Yeah, maybe. I know Matip is rumoured to be match fit this weekend. I know he's just coming back, isn't he? He's kind of coming back right at that point where they need him. I don't know. Because if Sheffield play like they can play, I can see him getting something from it. Like, let's not forget, right? I know Villa have been doing great this season. But they put 7 past Liverpool. That's just unheard of. And Leeds have put 4 past them. 3 past them. Liverpool put 4 past them. Everton have put 2 past them. And what's the other game?
Well, to remind you, for most of those games, they had Adrian in goal.
Arsenal's goal sums up their defence really this season, doesn't it?
Shambolic.
Like, I just think Trent can't defend, and I think Robertson's being found out as well. I don't think he's a great defender. I think the pair of them, they are superb going forward, and I think probably Robertson's got a bit more defensively about him. But I just think they've been figured. Like, this is year 4 now for Liverpool, isn't it? Essentially, since Klopp started building.
Yeah,
and I think it's like City. They've been found out now. People aren't scared. They're not turning up going, "Oh, we'll just take a 1-0 loss, please." They are going, "No, we can get points out of this game now." Especially with Van Dijk out for the season, allegedly. Just think they're going to be up for it. Like, if you think of
I
Liverpool's
think it'll be a
defence,
Liverpool win, but much like the West Ham game, I think it's going to be a close game, like a 2-1.
I'm going to go for a draw. I think Sheffield United will take points from Liverpool. Don't think they might get a win, but it's highly unlikely. I just think before Van Dijk joined, what their defence was like. It was shambolic.
Yep.
It was.
I remember going to Spurs versus Liverpool.
It literally was Van Dijk who, and this is why he's the best defender on the planet. He's literally he's a one-man defence. He does it all.
Yep. I remember going to Spurs versus Liverpool at Wembley where we won 4-1. Their defence was all over the place. And there was a 10-minute period where we could have had 3 or 4.
And let's not forget, Adrian is still in goal. He's prone to an error. He played okay against Ajax. They didn't test him too much. And when he was tested, he was bailed out by his defence. But yeah, Alisson's only just resumed training. So I do think they're going to drop a few more points before they get Alisson back. And I think they'll draw here. I'm going to go 1-1, to be honest. I'll say that. They do have a front three that can devastate. It's quite hard, isn't it?
And they're all back.
Exactly, and they've coming up against a shit goalkeeper in the name of fucking Ramsdale.
Your favourite?
Oh, fucking hate.
Moving on to Sunday.
Southampton, Everton.
Moving on to Sunday.
How do you see?
Even though James Rodriguez is out, I still see Everton winning.
Do you think?
Even though James Rodriguez is out.
And Richarlison.
I still think they've just got enough to beat Southampton.
I'm going to be controversial and say Southampton
win. With the constipated face.
I really need a poo. No,
this is why I said we should do the podcast on the toilet.
Oh, you know what, right? We should. Next time I'll get my dingling out. It's fine. The camera's not got enough zoom. It's fine. We won't see anything. I think Southampton are going to win. I think Danny Ings is firing on all cylinders still. Che Adams looks to have grown, doesn't he? Since lockdown.
Yeah.
I just think he's Hasselhoff. I'm just going to call him Hasselhoff. Hasselhoff has just got he's just got.
I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear that.
He will. Buffing, innit? He's got on well drilled. Get it? Drilled because of the guns.
Ha 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 ha. Get out!
Okay, well, guys, go on Indeed. You'll find Nathan's job ad on there. He'll be hiring a new person. Yeah, I just think they've got him well drilled. And I do think they'll win against Everton. I think it will be 2-1 Southampton.
I think it will be 2-1 Everton. So we've gone for the complete opposite.
And it will be a shit nil. Wolves versus Newcastle.
I think Wolves will win.
Please. Never again.
Hey, you get to do shit puns. I can do shit accents.
You can't. That's borderline racist.
Against who?
It's 2020, mate.
Against who?
It's 2020. It's racist against Wolverhamptons.
Oh, God. Right. Wolves win, I think. Wolves win.
Newcastle was very poor last week.
I think it'll be another 2-1.
Nah, 3-0 Wolves. Don't think. Newcastle just don't look like a goal threat. But we locked him up. Like, Wan-Bissaka had him in his pocket. That's another one he's got empty his pocket. Oh, Christ. When he gets home, he's going to have Neymar, Mbappe, Maximan, Di Maria. Southgate, mate. Pick him up. Pick him up, mate. No, I do think if they can just stick a couple of men on the front three, just like maybe play a low block like defensive midfielder in there as well. And I just don't think they'll have any luck going forward. They were very poor against United. I know they got the goal, but they didn't get the goal. It was a complete luck. And after that, they didn't look like they even. I I know De Gea made a good save against Wilson, but apart from that, they didn't really threaten much, did they?
No. I think Dendoncker can do that defensive role as
Yeah, he
well.
can. He's a very good. He almost
Shielding
reminds
the
me of a Thiago. He's got a good range of passing. He's not as good, but he can just sit back. Not Thiago, Matic. Sorry, he can just sit back. He's quite robust, but he can pick a pass.
Can do the dirty jobs, but
don't really need to see him go past the halfway line, to be honest. Maybe a bit further. Almost essentially like a back five. But yeah, I do think Wolves will win 3-0.
I'm going for a closer win. Like 3-2 maybe.
Yeah. Okay. When Newcastle win, we in our review, we will both be like, oh yeah, sheep. Moving on to the final game of Sunday, just double checking that, was Arsenal versus Leicester.
Arsenal-Leicester.
Probably the second biggest game this weekend. Would you say?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Now, I know you're excited to watch Tottenham, but from a league position point of view, both kind of gunning. Get that? Gunners are gunning.
Boo. That's it. Get out. Get out. See, this is why I do shit accents.
Yeah, the Gunners are gunning for a fourth. I did it again. Right.
And the Foxes are foxing?
The Foxes are hunting for a...
Better.
Thank you. I'm here all week. They're both hunting for a top four.
I'm not. Bye.
Got rid of him. Yeah, they're both hunting for the top four position, aren't they? In and around 4th to 6th. Leicester haven't been great this season. Arsenal have looked okay. I'm going to go with an Arsenal win just purely because of Thomas Partey. I just think Leicester aren't looking great going forward, and I think Partey will just solidify.
I'm going to go also an Arsenal win, but a close one as well.
Yeah,
like another 2-1.
I think 2-1. Yeah, I would have said 2-1. I just think Partey. I think they'll get a cheeky counter attack or something when Partey isn't around. But I just think Partey's really going to shore up their midfield defensively. I just think Aubameyang needs to find a bit of form if they're going to really challenge this season.
I mean, he scored in Europe midweek, so maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's the boost he needs.
Maybe he might kick on from that. I hope he doesn't, but.
Yeah, I hope he does. He's in my dream team. I think Arsenal are going to do it. I think Arteta's got them drilled well. I think he was a bit unlucky against City to not get a point at least. I know you're a Spurs fan, and you don't, but you got he's doing well from what he's been given and what Arsenal were before.
He has massively improved Arsenal. Yeah,
considering how they were playing before, and he's not really got that many different players. What we could touch on though is Ozil. He's publicly come out and shown his frustration to be omitted from all squads. I wouldn't be too upset if I was still on $300,000 a week to play fucking Fall Guys on Twitch. But I do understand. I still think he's one of the better creative midfielders in the world on his day. And I think if Arteta can build that system, he can ping. He can still ping them balls, can't he? The quality is still there.
Because we kind of touched on in the last podcast that may be something that this Arsenal side's missing, a creator.
Yeah.
Which they've got sitting at home essentially.
For £300,000 a week. I just think if he's not going to play again, pay him off and release him. Let him go enjoy his life.
Sell him in January.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure loads of teams would love him. But yeah, I do feel a bit for him. It's not nice for a player of what he's done for that club as well. And he's had a very good career. It's not fair, is it?
He's a world champion.
Yeah. And he even stuck for Arsenal through tough times. Yeah. Won a few FA Cups with Arsenal.
When they dropped into the Europa League, he could quite easily have gone to an elite team in Europe, but stayed.
We were looking at him a couple of years ago. Could have easily joined us.
Yep. I think that would have worked out better than the Sanchez deal did.
Yeah, I would have taken Ozil. I still think he's a quality player, to be honest. Yeah, moving on to the Monday game is Brighton versus West Brom.
I think that's going to be a draw.
You think? Oh,
I mean,
given
Brighton's phobia of actually
winning,
getting into the final third.
Yeah, no, I think Brighton are going to win 1-0.
I think it's going to be a drab, dour 0-0. You can have Brighton get to the byline and then cut the ball back when they should cross it.
Yeah. I think 1-0. 1-0. I just don't think. I don't know, because West Brom have got that goal threat there. We saw it. We've seen it this season. Yeah, just 1-0 Brighton. I think they'll see it. Actually, no. I think 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. Just because they haven't got Lewis Dunk either.
Okay, so we've both gone for a draw.
Yeah.
But I've gone for a
0-0.
Drab, boring 0-0. And the
the
last game.
The shittest game of the weekend. Burnley versus Tottenham. How do you see that one going? Burnley very much struggling this season, which is very unlike them. They're normally a good side. Sean Dyche does normally coach them quite well, doesn't he? They're normally quite a tough side to break down, isn't it? Yeah.
Lack of signings and not replacing the players that they've let go, like Jeff Hendrick. Yeah. That's been their problem.
Do you think Tottenham are gonna waltz past them? Or do you think it will be a very cagey affair?
No. I think we'll win. I think it'll be 2, maybe 3-0.
We said this,
but it won't be a walk in the park.
Do you think you're going to learn from your mistakes like this time?
I think we will. Plus, West Ham have more going forward than Burnley do, I think.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with you there. I do think if Harry Kane and Heung-min Son hit top form again, I think you're going to rout them. To be honest, I'm saying 5-0 Tottenham. I'm going big.
Yep, and if Gareth Bale can find his fitness,
I'd quite like for. He looked okay, didn't he, in Europa League? I wouldn't say he's at top form, but he needs fitness. He's not playing in ages.
Yeah, you can see he's a little bit rusty, but give him like a month or so, and I think he'll.
You've got Europa League games coming, haven't you? It's the best time to get him some fitness against the lower opposition. Like, no offense to them, but
he did play well midweek. So did Vinicius as well. Got an assist.
Should have had a goal as well.
Should have had a goal.
That poor header.
But you know what? It's a decent start for him.
Yeah, he looked quite good. I didn't watch it all, but I saw a bit of him, and he looked positive. And he's what you've been crying out for. Like, you don't need another Kane. You just need someone who knows they're going to be on the bench, and who can come on and make an impact. And he looks like he's that type of player, and I hope it works out for him. He does look quite promising.
And he looks like he can mix it up as well. He looks like he can be good with his feet, and he can be a physical presence.
So I'm excited to see him. Hopefully,
and Davis looked
the bench.
And Davis looked decent as a left-sided centre back as well.
Another Luke Shaw,
because we played a
left back going to centre back. These left backs seem to be doing it, don't they? At centre back.
Well, I mind you, he's done it for Wales before. He did it in 2016 when they got to the semis.
I think maybe a back five you should revert to against Burnley, though.
No, I'm just saying he can play that role. I'd prefer to go for a back four, then have a midfield of Højbjerg and Ndombele and possibly Lo Celso.
Højbjerg's been playing well, isn't he? Mourinho's called him a captain without the arms.
Brilliant signing. He is. You can see he's a leader. Like when we played Man United, I think the score was 4-1 or something.
What? It was 6-1.
We had the ball on the halfway line.
Fucking
no. At the time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think Aurier won the ball on halfway, and you could see him applauding him and going, "Well done, get in."
He's very much
like motivating his teammates.
I kind of raised a few eyebrows, and I even said to you, didn't I? I don't get the signing, but do you know what? Seeing him play a bit more now, I do get the signing. He's a very good signing. Like he's not a superstar signing, a Galactico signing, shall we call him?
But he's what we need.
That signing you need, isn't he? He's almost like a.
Because we've missed having a midfield enforcer. Like when Eric Dyer first went into that midfield role and he looked decent, he was that kind of player. Obviously,
he started fighting your fans and having boos.
No, then he got injured, and then reverted back to centre back.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've not had a leader in the middle of the pitch for ages,
Mm.
and that's the kind of player we needed.
I think you can have a strong season, but still think, I don't know. I think we're going to have to change our prediction. I just think the league's been blown wide open. I think Mourinho will be licking his lips at this, especially after the 6-1. I think the 6-1 United will do you massive confidence. I get we didn't play well, and there was 10 men and the XYZ, but it's a big result against a big team.
Yeah, at a place where historically we don't do well.
Exactly. And I think Mourinho's instilled that winning mentality into you. And I think the real test comes when you come up against a bigger team again. We'll see.
When we go to places like Anfield or Stamford Bridge.
I think Anfield will be a big... Well, we'll see what their defence do. I'm more thinking... I don't know. I just think defenders this year are just...
No, it's...
non-existent, isn't it?
It's not what's going on the pitch. It's mentally. Throughout the years, whenever we've gone to the big places like Old Trafford, Anfield, Stamford Bridge, the Emirates /
you turn up defeated.
Highbury.
You always look like you're defeated before you step on the pitch.
Yeah, we're 1-0 down before we've even got off the coach.
I don't know. I think it's going to be very much on the little games this season. Almost like how Chelsea United last season slipped up too many times against the little teams. I think if you can really solidify beating the little teams, you can really have a go at the top title. Because this has literally been blown right open.
Yeah, because now anybody can beat anyone. And it's a cliche. You say it every season. But literally this season, anybody can beat anyone.
I'm just looking here. You are literally only 5 points off top.
And we've played, 5 games? Yeah.
Yeah. So if everyone drops points this weekend above you, which could happen, you're looking at...
We've got a full-time result in. Aston Villa 0, Leeds United 3. Patrick Bamford with a hat-trick.
The GOAT. But equally, right, this is how close it is. If you lose this weekend, hypothetically, and we
could
win,
be in the bottom half.
You could go 15th. So it's still, I still think it's a bit too early to start. But I do think if someone can put a run together, then they could really take a title charge into January. We'll see what happens. Really, take it game by game. But yeah, that was our Premier League review. We will touch on our dream teams quickly.
Yes, we shall.
We are doing that. I completely forgot to even get mine up. I did have it up, and then Chloe stole my phone. Do you want me to go, or have you got it?
I've got mine up.
Cool, go.
Okay, so I've started with Matt Ryan in goal because, well, Ramsdale's been shocking. I've transferred him, so I've got Emi Martinez in instead of him.
Okay.
Instead of Ramsdale. And starting with 3 defenders, Alexander-Arnold against Sheffield United, Luca Digne against Southampton, and James Tarkowski against Spurs. Only because Ender Stevens is playing Liverpool, and I don't think there's going to be much chance of him getting points there.
Yeah.
And in midfield, got Glick from Leeds, who's got me 5 points now. Yay. Heung-min Son against Burnley, who's my vice-captain. Adama Traore against Newcastle. James Ward-Prowse against Everton, who could maybe create a few chances.
Yeah, maybe a free kick.
Danny Ings against... Maybe a free kick, maybe a corner. Danny Ings, Raul Jimenez, and Harry Kane as my captain. On my bench, I've touched on that. Touched on the bench briefly. Ramsdale's on the bench, but he's going. Emi Martinez will be in there as of next week. Ender Stevens is on there because, well, let's face it, I don't see him getting any points against Liverpool. Jared Bowen against Man City. Yet again, I don't think it's likely he'll get any points. And Lewis Dunk because he's suspended.
Yep, fair enough. Moving on to my dream team. I don't know why I did it to myself. I really don't. My dream team hasn't saved for some silly reason.
So it does it automatically.
Like, yeah, I've changed it, and then it didn't save it, so it's not the right team. So you're gonna have to actually bear with me a second while I put people in.
Just go on to points.
Yeah.
That'll be for next week, though. The cut-off was last night
Oh, was it?
for this week's team. Yeah.
What? Hang on, I'm so confused. So I've just changed
for the
my
dream
team. Oh, right.
for
I've
the
got it.
following week.
Got it. Right, so I've got in goal. Hang on. Let me reset the app because I've completely mucked it up. Nathan, I don't know how to use this properly. My score. So this weekend, there we go. Right, it's correct now. I've got Matt Ryan in goal as my vice captain.
Okay.
Because I think he could save a few shots. I've got Doherty against Burnley. I think he could maybe produce an assist or something. Don't know if he's actually going to play. Don't know. Justin against Arsenal because got no other defenders. Sheffield United, I say that. I swapped Vineyard out for Justin because Vineyard has gone on loan to Olympiacos. Won't get me any points unless I play the Greek version. I got Alexander Arnold. He normally gets an assist, doesn't he? We'll see. Lamperty against West Bromwich Albion. Sorry, not Justin. I had Justin already. Lamperty I swapped for Vineyard. I got Lamperty against West Brom. He's looked quite good this season, hasn't he?
He has.
Quite cheap. I got Mo Salah as my captain this weekend, which is quite controversial to what I've said. Just think he always normally chips in with a goal, isn't he? Even against Villa, he chipped in with 2 goals, didn't he?
Yeah. Goal or an assist.
Yeah. Aubameyang, hopefully gets some form. Loudstrom against Liverpool.
I hope not.
Loudstrom against Liverpool because he can come up with a goal.
Yep.
Maximam against Wolves. Very controversial again. My team's very controversial to what I've been saying, isn't it? I got Jimenez up front and Werner up front. I don't know. Didn't save it properly. So I was supposed to have Mitrovic up front and keep Werner on the bench. But I clearly didn't do it. And I've just realised that now. Then on the bench, I got McCarthy, Walker Peters, Oriol Romeo, and Mitrovic. I'm going to be pissed if Mitrovic does well. You watch Werner go get like 5 goals against us now, and I'll be like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. I'll be crying. I'll be happy because he'll be doing well in my dream team, but I'll be crying because he's crushed Ollie on the Sahara Desert. Will be run by lions again and not zebras. But yeah, that's my dream team, guys. Like we always say every episode, please do not follow our dream teams because we are shit at this. Okay, actually, no, Nathan's quite good at this.
Speak for yourself.
Don't follow my dream team. I'm only 13 points behind you. What are you saying now, bro? What are you saying now? Do not copy my dream teams because I am an idiot. But yeah, these are not tips. These are just ours. Don't copy them. That's our Premier League preview, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Nathan, anything else to add?
Like, share, and subscribe.
It's just the way you say it. It's just the way you say it. It's just, guys, boom, that should be 1 million subs right there. Until next time, guys. Ciao.
Ta-ra.
Oh, Christ.